Hello and welcome to Flippin' Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're flipping through Mad Magazine number 510, released August 2011. Cover price $5.99, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, please let me remind you, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. That is the #1 way that you can support this channel, help it to continue to grow. So please consider doing that. It costs nothing to you, nothing at all. If you want something that does cost money to you, patreon.com/flippinthrough. What do you get? You get some stuff. You get, what do you get? Here, let's go overhead. You get a 6 set of stickers. You get stickers like this one, and that one, and this one, and then this one too. It says Max Korn was here, but you can't see it. You can also get this stencil that has Alfred E. Neuman on it, or some of these cool signature buttons of some of the Mad Plank owners, people who were there for the founding of Mad Magazine. You can also support me on YouTube, become a channel member. That's also down below. You get early access to all of the videos that I post and special emojis if you're watching during live streams. So these are the people that I get to thank for their support today. Me Too Big, Hutch, oh, wrong button. Ben Forsgren, Joey Gesso, Reflection of Perfection, Tom Richmond, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Meadsbury, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for your support. I hope I can keep on earning it. With that, let's get back overhead. Yes, I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit. And I'm going to have to bring in this guy. This is used to reduce the glare. And let's see, where am I? There I am. All right, so Mad Magazine number 510. I just read through this and I was, I didn't make any notes. Usually I have this little notebook just right there that I take notes on, and I, help me keep all of my thoughts straight, but didn't have a lot of notes on this one. There we go, Ad Alert, How to Train Your Dragon series. It's a book series, and you probably know it as the movie. That movie was good. And I just watched the new movie, and that movie also was good. Moving on, though. Letters and Tomatoes department, not a lot. Jane Fonda, Hanoi Jane, is that a celebrity? Not for a while. Not for a while. I don't know, it just has stuff about Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, so that's a bummer right off the bat, is the kind of weak letters section. Is this an ad? I don't know. It's all Mad merchandise. So it's like from the Spy Museum, but I consider that a house ad. So there you go. This is kind of cool right here. Al Jaffee's birthday back in May 500, Mad 508. We mentioned that longtime Mad artist and writer and unrepentant jaywalker Al Jaffee was turning 90 on March 13th. We asked readers to send in their birthday wishes, and boy did they ever. Al was so overwhelmed by the cards from fans, friends, and one enemy, John Caldwell. He created this special thank you. The great big thank you for helping celebrate Big Jaffee's 90th birthday. Madly, Al Jaffee. I think that's very sweet. They did this not that long ago with his 100th birthday. I don't know. I think it may have been somebody on Facebook or something. Like maybe somebody is his family. I didn't do it. I should have. I kind of regret it. I thought, I don't know. I'm just so bad at stuff like that. Don't even send my own family, birthday wishes. I give them a phone call, but no cards or anything. I think that's an area of growth for me. That's what I would say. Let's move on to the Fundalini pages. This is an instant classic area of Mad Magazine. It's just a collection of all kinds of stuff. Obama haters' reactions to the killing of Osama bin Laden. 9/11 was 10 years ago. What took Obama so long? honestly, not Obama, what took the government so long to find him and kill him? I bet you if the government wanted to find me, they could find me faster than 10 years. As a pro-lifer, I am outraged. I mean, there is a case to be made. Maybe he should have been brought to justice and not assassinated. Maybe like bring him in alive. Maybe that would have been worthwhile for the country as a whole. Top tourist attractions in 2058. Donald Trump's 1,000-foot tall gold-plated tombstone. The Museum of Genetically Engineered Natural History. The digital Hollywood sign. The Everglades National Parking Lot. The Taco Bell restrooms where Britney Spears died, and the Great Smoking Crater, formerly Iran. It's kind of funny. I mean, are they actually predicting the future? Or is it one of those things that obviously we've always been at odds with Iran and recent events in between us and them, or us and Israel and them? Shouldn't be that surprising. Anyway, lots of Trump content in this, including some stuff that, oh yeah, this one right here. Things that would have been great if Donald Trump had become president. Now this is, check the date on this, 2011. This is before he actually ran for president. The Donald, so first off, they would have been great. You know, he has that famous Make America Great Again slogan. Did Mad Magazine help push him in that direction? The Donald could have been the first ever president to get divorced while actually in office, possibly on live TV. Editorial cartoonists would already have the "You're Fired" panels ready for when he lost in 2016. Okay, so they had the whole just off by 4 years. 4 words: Vice President Meatloaf. Number 4, in these tough economic times, Trump's riches to riches story would have been just the thing to inspire downtrodden Americans. Finally, we'd have someone in the White House who has a good relationship with the blacks. That's quoting. Is that true? Is it true he has a good relationship with the blacks? Or is it, I mean, I guess I should say, is it true that he said that? I don't know. Well, now I generally only lick myself, but just how many dog treats are we talking? Scott Nickel, genius. Genius. We're selling exotic pets. You're going to have to hit pause. This is a very funny ongoing thing. Just these Terminator ads with people who have been fired. Olbermann, the Terminated. In the year of darkness, 2011, the rulers of MSNBC devised the ultimate plan. They would fire their most popular host, but pretend that they and the host had come to the decision mutually. The host would soon resurface on a cable news channel no one ever heard of, and from that point on, no matter how he spun his departure, he'd be known as the Terminated. Ooh, sounds kind of like, I mean, they do this all the time, right? It's like somebody has the best ratings or whatever. Tucker Carlson, they did that to him. Yeah. Very interesting. It's the politics. It's politics within the buildings. I think that's ultimately what it is. Green Lunkhead. So I picked this one because one, I'm running out of issues in the 500s. I'm going to be all out of issues to flip through pretty soon. But we just had that new Superman movie with Guy Gardner, Green Lantern. And this Green Lantern movie, people love to shit on it. First off, let's look at Tom Richmond's artwork. Amazing caricatures. Amazing. I forget this guy's name. Skarsgård, Barksnard, Mark Strong, Hal Jordan, what's his name? Ryan Reynolds. And this is some bird bitch. They did a lot right, okay? Because the character design was really great. You had Kilowog, you had a beautiful Sinestro, you had all of these cool characters, all these different aliens, and it was great. I think the worst part about it was Parallax. Parallax, rather than being some like cool ass space dragon, was a cloud of dust that made a man's head. He looked like he had sort of like the water head. Oh yeah, you can see it right there. It was a little bit of a bummer in that respect. And so it's, I think, kind of unfairly lambasted, made, mocked, and ridiculed. John Caldwell famously hates Al Jaffee. When ventriloquists go bad, sabotages CPR demonstrations. Yuck, nice going, Cal's own breath. Now let's try it again without the tongue. Makes the rounds at Children's Hospital with his own medically challenged puppet, Little Toby Tourette's. Designing a new dummy always involves a visit to a nearby old-growth endangered forest. His blatant abuse of the carpool lane is only exacerbated by his road rage taunting buddy Skippy. This is my favorite. Now works exclusively with the cheesy inflatable love doll. Wanda will now moan uncontrollably while I wash down this Cialis with a little ginger ale. Crashes funerals to make less than sensitive remarks to the gathered mourners. Hey, where's Misty the pole dancer I've been doing on the side? Classic Caldwell. This is a great mad look at celebrity life. Super duper fun, actually. Lots of babes. Sergio Aragones in the running for best babes. Some of them are like, it's just sort of like mistaken identity. You know what, actually, now that I think about it, all of this is, it's not the best. That's what I'll say. That's the most critical I'm going to be of somebody like Sergio Aragones, is that it's not the best. It's not his best work. The drawings are fine. The drawings are great, obviously. But the humor is just sort of, I think probably my favorite. We had like this, where it's like, well, you pretend to be me. A lot of, it's like, it's just this, they're very similar, all of these jokes, right? This guy running off, but he doesn't need to run off. That desire of celebrities to be seen is the theme in these jokes. Now, this one is the most interesting because it's also the most genuinely sad one. So they see this hobo. He's like, no, don't you remember? He's Zorro, and he was like this cowboy, and he was Tarzan. It's like, hey, let's get you back on TV. Look, he's so excited. He's like taking care of himself. He's combing his hair and shaving, and look at the tears rolling down his cheek. He's like, I didn't think this could ever happen to me. I don't. He's just so grateful. And then we have him dejectedly sitting on a couch with a bunch of other creeps for celebrity rehab. He wasn't even an addict. Oh wait, there he is with a bottle of wine. Never mind. But it's sad. That's sad. That's a sad one. That's all I'll say. Here we go. Glenn Beck. First, he lost his credibility. Next, his advertisers. Then, his Fox News show. Terminated 2, Misjudgment Day. I'll be back. Now, Jeff Beck, Glenn Beck. That must be the first time Glenn Beck has been confused with Jeff Beck. Glenn Beck would do this thing on his Fox News show where he'd have this big chalkboard and he would like write on it, and he would have stuff like already filled out, and he'd like turn it around and stuff. Just a weird. He's a weird dude. Board, bath, and be gone. Things that convert into other things sale. Roll-top desk, vegetable crisper. Ironing board, pizza stove. That'd be great. Vegetable peeler, personal groomer. Now don't be confused. Now they've stopped with the things that turn into other things. Outdoor love seat, a sturdy steel frame, and soft memory foam cushions make this the ideal love-making habitat for exhibitionist couples who want to share their sweaty gruntings with the entire neighborhood. $599. Slow-drying bath mat, stays sopping wet even in hot weather will shred the very first time in your dryer. That's the model of bath mat I have. Waffle pancaker. How many times have you made waffles only to find you wanted pancakes after all? This handy portable waffle pancaker will flatten your waffles without all the hassle of heavy rolling pins. Thank goodness. Here we have this. I didn't realize that Captain America, I'm assuming this is Chris Evans' Captain America, right? I guess that was going on for a long time. I didn't really realize it. Makes sense, though, once I think about it just a little bit. How does Captain America stack up against other legendary captains? Sorry, I'm just so yawny every time I film one of these videos, no matter what time of day. It's like 1:30 right now, in the afternoon. Captain America is responsible for saving the world. Captain Morgan is responsible for 18% of all DUIs. Advantage? Captain America. Herman Mejia is doing this art if you haven't figured it out yet. Captain Chelsea Sully Sullenberger continues to be hailed as an American hero 2 years after he safely landed his jet on the Hudson River. Captain America was totally forgotten 2 days after his movie opened. Advantage? Captain Sully. Captain Crunch wears a ridiculously flamboyant military costume. Captain America, ditto. It's a tie. This is one I don't understand. Who's Captain Lou Albano? He wore a gravy-stained 4XL Hawaiian shirt just like comic book. I don't know who this is. Please, in the comments, explain to me who Lou Albano is. Here we go. Captain America works tirelessly to protect America from evil everywhere. Captain Kangaroo worked tirelessly to protect his butterscotch bowl cut from an unrelenting onslaught of ping pong balls. Advantage? Captain Kangaroo. Captain Kangaroo is great. I want to get a haircut like him. Captain Jack Sparrow is portrayed by Johnny Depp, who once won a Golden Globe. Captain America is portrayed by Chris Evans, who once won a raffle. Advantage? Captain Jack Sparrow. Hey, he was also Johnny Storm in Fantastic Four. Okay, so show some respect. He's played 2 Marvel superheroes, you idiot. You dumb idiots. Spy versus Spy. This is, so if you watch every single week, last week to this week, this is exactly a perfect illustration between the airbrushed or like spray painted stencil work that he was doing into something that still evokes that look, but is not that. This is like just illustrated with markers and pens and ink and all of that stuff. But it still looks very much like it. Like, well, it's evocative. It evokes that same look. But I imagine it's much, much easier to make. Look at this. What's it? Is this like a... Oh, that's... Never mind. I thought it was like a weird optical illusion. Anyway, look, he's depressed. He jumps to commit suicide. Oh, he's tethered. And he swings back around and boots out the white spy, who catapults up. What is that? Some type of stone. Anyway, the other thing is these monotone ones that he would do every once in a while. I really liked these. I really liked those a lot. Romance before and after the economic slump. This is a throwback, the Great Recession. You guys remember that? Over the last few years, the Great Recession has caused millions of job losses, benefit cuts, and diets of nothing but spam. I'm just looking at the time. We're 19 minutes in. I got a boogie. Peter Bagg is doing the art on this. And this is, again, this is a depressing one. I don't know what it is. Maybe it was the fact that it was the Great Recession. This might be the... I don't know, one of the more cynical issues of, or like eras of Mad Magazine. Let me know what you guys think of that, if that is true at all. Like this one, I mean, like just starting off, friends with benefits. Getting it on with a friend for some casual sex. After the economic slump, getting hitched to a friend for their medical insurance. Like, that's not even fun. I can't even laugh at that. Fantasies of your future together. Dreaming of living in your own house with little money down. Dreaming of strangling the loan officer who said you could live in your own house with no money down. Oh, God, think of all of the people whose lives were just like so drastically impacted by those. Oh, yeah, it's just depressing. How about this? Candles on the dinner table and all around the bathtub to exude an exotic atmosphere. Ooh, sexy. Candles on the dinner table and around the bathtub because you couldn't pay your electric bill. Sexting. Putting out a late night call for some hot sex. Putting out a late night call for a hot meal. It's, yeah, it's just depressing. These are depressing. Idiotical. I don't know. They would just post stuff on the internet. Sneak peeks, original content. It's a house ad. I cannot give it the ad alert treatment. I'm sorry. How come you were so mean to me when we were kids? When I wasn't mean to you, I was the best brother ever. You were horrible. Let's go back in time and I'll show you. Look, we were best friends. Break. And I'll break all your other toys too if you don't go get me some cookies and milk, you stinky fart face. Oh, and one day I'm going to build a time machine. I'm not going to let you ever ride it because you're dumb. See how mean you used to be? Yep, and you're still dumb, you big fart face. Hey, what the? He did let him ride the time machine, though. That's kind of nice. There are some of these that are so good. There are some real gems in here after I just criticized it and said it was so cynical. Hello, this is Metro Bus 892. Hello, I've rigged your bus with a bomb. If the speed of the bus goes under 65 miles per hour, it will explode. I don't believe it. I was just about to kill myself earlier today. Thanks. Screech. Boom. This one might be my favorite one. The cat chasing the laser, and it was an assassination. No, this is not an ad alert. This is a mad parody ad. A mad ad parody. Please read this, please. Rex in the city. Hey, Rex, this is my buddy Steve I've been telling you about. The guy with the magic powers. No, not magic. ESP and telekinesis. Check it out. He's blind, but I bet he knows what color your shirt is. Yellow. See, he's got a sixth sense. Technically only a fifth. You know, because he's blind. That's really good. Oh, I like that a lot. Here we have the Mad Vault, a mad look at Burial at Sea. And this is Duck Edwin doing a mad look at. Some of you don't know. A mad look at predated Sergio Aragones. Gosh, holy smokes, there's a lot to go through. I'm really dragging my feet. Mad, new Monopoly cards. If you want to read this, hit pause. Sam Faviano doing some beautiful caricatures of bankers? I don't know. Mad pins down some truly shocking WWE Did You Knows. I don't know who this artist is. Tim Hamilton. Didn't recognize any of this. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to read that one, though, because, look, we do have the Yawn Stars with some beautiful artwork by Tom Bunk. Dick DiBartolo wrote this. I've said it before. I'll say it again. It's always great to see artists that are not Tom Richmond, Mort Drucker, and Angelo Torres doing these parodies. No offense to any of those artists. They're great artists. But it's like these happen so rarely that it's like, oh, what a fun treat. That's my only standing on that. Like, who's the other? Bill Ray. Bill Ray only did a handful of these parodies. So it's really cool to see them. And here we have our third and final one. Bad reviews and poor ratings short-circuited her career. CBS News presents Terminated, the Katie Couric Chronicles. Oh yeah, there was that lady Terminator. Okay, and then before there was a Mad Look At, Sergio Aragones was doing The Shadow Knows. And this is so great. I mean, he's so good at pantomime. And the silhouettes or the shadows of these people, it's just so much fun to look at and read these. So hit pause, because I'm not going to read a silent cartoon. Here we have this. The Mad Fold-In. What despicable group is scorned around the country wherever they go? The Miami Heat. The Miami Heat. That's what it's going to say. And I cannot ignore this. Ad alert. Yes, indeed. You guys, this has been Mad Magazine number 510. I really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure that you hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Remember, it costs you nothing, but it benefits me so very much. So if you take the time to do that, boy, do I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.